Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and I just wanted to do a quick little update video on my stock portfolio. Currently, as you can see, we're at $56,744, $754.36. So let's just say $57,000 to be short, since we're just like $250 off. But as you can see, I've put a lot of money into my portfolio, and I've only purchased 4 main holdings. The other 2 that you can see on the side here, Plug and Bed Bath & Beyond, those were just free stocks that I decided to hold until a little bit longer after this bear market, because I do think they can gain a little bit more value before I sell. But mainly the stocks that I've put a lot of money into are VOO, Microsoft, Apple, and Tesla. And I have them in order from the largest amount that I've put in to the least amount that I've put in. And as you can see, Tesla is the least and VOO is the largest. So as you can see, today we gained about $1,500. And today was actually a very volatile stock market day, surprisingly. It was pretty unpredictable. And then in the aftermarket hours, it really started jumping up much more. As you can see, I gained almost more in the after hours than in today alone. So that's pretty crazy, but I'll take $1,500 any day in gains. But I was honestly hoping for another negative day so we could get Microsoft a little farther down to that 135 range so I could purchase more. But either way, I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to get stocks on sale, or I'm going to watch my portfolio grow. So it's a bonus either way to me. But it was certainly volatile towards the pre-market. It went down, then went back up. And then after the pre-market, it started going down again. Then about 10 a.m. it started going up, and it maintained upwards until that 1:30 p.m. A lot more volatility. Then it jumps back upwards at around 2:55 p.m. and then it keeps going up and then surges exponentially in the after hours. And I think one of the main reasons that my portfolio grew so much in after hours was simply because of Tesla. As you can see, it jumped up so much. It was actually negative at the end of the normal market day, and as soon as it jumped into after hours, it jumped up like 15% because they released their Q1 delivery report and they exceeded expectations compared to a few of the analyst expectations. So that's one of the reasons why it jumped up so much. So I gained a nice $378 in Tesla today. But considering that's my least amount of holdings, I also gained a higher amount with VOO with a lower percentage gain, which was $683 today, 2.58%. My cost basis is $34,000, so we're currently down $6,800, and I've learned my lesson on VOO. It's still a pretty safe stock, and I think it's great for people out there that are beginners. And please take into consideration, this video is simply my personal opinions, and it's not to be considered any form of financial advice. It's just me sharing my thoughts about the market, my positions, predictions, and so on. So as you can see, VOO is down 20% for me since I started investing in it about back in December. And if you look at the 5-year chart, it is not doing so hot. It's only up 22% over 5 years. So I've sort of learned my lesson with VOO that I probably won't invest any more in VOO and I'll focus more on growth stocks. Yo, what just happened with Tesla? Alright, I guess that was a Robinhood glitch. Sometimes that can like really mess with you, those Robinhood glitches, especially when you see a big red drop like that. But next up we have Microsoft, in which I currently own 97 shares. Trust me, we're going to get to that 100 shares. It is going to happen soon enough. But today we got a nice 2.10% gain, which is about $309. I'm only down 2.34% in Microsoft, which is $360. I'm pretty happy about that. That's really not much to be down considering how late I entered the game in Microsoft with my bigger positions, in which I started investing a lot into Microsoft just only like a month or 2 ago. So I'm pretty happy with Microsoft. And then next up we have Apple, which is a nice 1.86% gain today. And as you can see, that's around $200, $188. I'm still down 14.18% in Apple, which is about $1,700. That's actually not too bad given the whole market situation, because Apple has performed very well for me over the past few months. And if I would have waited to invest near the peak, like at February 20th, I would really be in trouble. But thankfully, I put a lot of my money into Apple around the December mark and then a little bit more in January. So I did have a little bit leeway thanks to the growth that occurred recently. So although we are down significantly in Apple, I have faith long term, and it really doesn't bother me because Apple has performed pretty well. And if I had waited to invest at a higher point like February 19th, then I really would be disappointed and I would be down much, much more. But thankfully, Apple has performed well for me over the past few months to where I'm only down 14%. And then finally, we have Tesla, which is up 9.64% today. As you can see, it was down 5.63% until the after hours, in which it jumped up 16.18%, which is absolutely crazy. But I got a nice 9.64% gain, $371. Not too bad. I'm still down a lot in Tesla. 2269. That's about 35% down. And that's honestly just my fault. It's not really Tesla's fault. You can't blame anything on the stock. It's all my personal decisions. But I had that sort of fear of missing out when Tesla started nearing that $950 price range. And if you look at my past purchase history, I actually bought it at, $948, $946, $884. And then after I bought it at $948 and saw it dropping down so much, I sort of realized, okay, you need to be careful with this. And of course, I still bought it $884, which I probably shouldn't have done either. But then I started dollar cost averaging and buying less than 2 shares at a time at these price ranges. And of course, you can see I got that $364 share. I decided to short sell it, which was a bad idea. I do regret it now. And I know that I will not be short selling Tesla anytime in the future just because it's one of the hardest stocks to predict. But I'm hoping that it at least goes down to like 400 or less, and then I'll be purchasing a few shares, hopefully. But that's what Tesla's looking like for me. I'm actually a big fan of Tesla, and this minus 35% is more my fault than anything because I decided to have that fear of missing out and invest at its peak. And that just gave me a personal learning experience that I can use towards the future to where I can address myself and address that fear of missing out and decide, okay, think about when you invested in Tesla. That was probably a bad idea. So think about this again before you buy this other stock at an inflated price and think about whether you think that is worth it or if it's going to go down in the future and try to make a better decision on it. So I think this is a good learning experience. That's the one thing about investing. I feel like almost everyone makes a mistake, but in the end, that mistake is worth the money that you've lost because you've learned something that will save you money in the future and you won't repeat that mistake. Or maybe it was a mistake that is going to lose less money than if you made that mistake in the future with a greater investment. So I do think it's helpful to learn things such as that. Plus, I think Tesla long term is going to take a little bit to regain that percentage back, but Tesla is such a bullish stock sometimes. It's a little bit volatile, but I think long term Tesla is going to be in the thousands in terms of a share price. So I'm not worried whatsoever about Tesla. I think it has one of the best business models out there currently besides Apple and Microsoft. So these 4 positions are basically what I have. I like to keep it very simple, and I think it's important to have a small amount of positions because it's easier to manage. And when you decide to have a smaller amount of positions in your holdings, you can really focus and research a stock a lot because you know you want to keep it at a minimum. And if you think, okay, is this stock worth investing in if I can get something similar in one I already own and simply invest more into more shares in that stock that I already own? And you can sort of compare it to others. And when you have a minimum stock holding like this, it makes you compare the stocks that you already own and decide whether, okay, is what I own already better than what I'm considering purchasing just because it's different? And once you make that decision, you can sort of keep your holdings at a minimum, and it really helps when you want to liquidate something or decide on whether you should keep a stock because you don't have to keep up with 50 different stocks. And I'm not the only one with a small amount of diversification. There are many notable stock investors out there that do like to keep it simplified like I do as well, and usually keep it at a minimum similar to my portfolio with only having around 4 stocks. But that is just my personal opinion. And by the way, if you did enjoy this video and you like these sort of updates on my portfolio, I would really appreciate you dropping a like, smashing that like button. It really does help me out in getting me recommended to newer people that haven't seen my channel before. So I really appreciate that. And also, if you would like to begin investing, I'll leave my referral links to Robinhood and Webull down in the description and in the top of the comment section below, to where if you sign up with my link, we'll both get some free stocks. And as you can see here, I got a free stock from somebody that used my referral link. So we'll actually go ahead and open that live time right here. And I'm just going to say thank you so much to the person that used my referral link. And I'm not going to say their name, and I'm going to cover it up just for privacy reasons for their sake. But for the person that used my link to sign up out there, I really do appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. And I'm happy that you're taking the right step forward to investing because you're already much farther ahead than many people out there that don't even know about investing that are your age. So let's go ahead and claim this free stock and see what we get here. Okay, so it says pick a card to reveal your free stock. Just go ahead and pick this one, see what we get. Congratulations, Caesars Entertainment, worth $6.45. That's actually pretty good, guys. I don't think some of you realize most of these stocks are like $2 to $5. So when you get something that's over like $5, that's actually a pretty good draw because usually you get something like Plug that's like $3 or $4. So $6.45, let's go ahead and check that out. Caesars Entertainment. I don't even know what this is, but okay. So this looks to be like a potential $15 stock if I just wait for this initial rebound to happen. Like, it looks like this rebound is just bound to happen once we get out of this recession or this drop or whatever you want to call it. So that's actually really cool. We got a stock that could potentially be like $10 to $15 if we just wait for this rebound to happen. It's similar to the CCL and like all those cruise lines out there that have dropped significantly and are obviously going to rebound eventually, at least hopefully. It seems that this is a holding company, Casino Entertainment in Las Vegas. So when I saw this, it reminded me of like all of these casinos that have that similar drop where you hear about the Rona situation and it's just like an instant drop, like CCL, all of these places that are shutting down and shareholders are selling just because of all the business is expected to be bad over the next few months. So this is obviously something that seems like it's going to recover within the next few months if the Rona situation does get solved. So this is a nice $15 if we just give it some time and wait for that rebound. So I really do appreciate the person out there that used my referral link. Thanks to them, we got a nice potentially $15 stock if we just wait a bit. So I really do appreciate that. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.